Bruno Mars, the famous pop star with the honey-like voice, a genius lyricist, the slick retro style, and a career paved with platinum. For years, he seemed untouchable. No scandals, no messy feuds. Just hit after hit. But after all this time, at 39 years old, he said something that made the whole world stop. Not a new song, not a breakup, just a single sentence, maybe intended as a half-joke, half-confession, that shook fans and lit up the media. A moment so small, yet so powerful, that it shattered everything we thought we knew about Bruno. Is Bruno Mars really hiding a secret? And if so, why did he reveal it now? What truly lies behind that radiant smile? Let's follow the trail, from his humble beginnings through the heights of global fame, to the one moment he chose to let the world peek behind the curtain, to see the real him. Because what Bruno Mars just confessed to might change how you see him forever. The child who sang to survive. To understand the depth behind one offhand remark, we have to go back all the way. Not to the Grammys, not to the gold records, but to a boy named Peter Gene Hernandez, born on October 8th, 1985 in Honolulu, Hawaii. His father, Peter Hernandez, was a percussionist. His mother, Bernadette San Pedro Bayot, was a hula dancer and singer. Their 6 children, including little Peter, who was nicknamed Bruno at age 2, grew up breathing music. Literally. By 3, Bruno was already performing as Little Elvis. By 4, he was singing in his family's band. The Love Notes, 5 nights a week across small Hawaiian venues. No glitz, no glamour, just raw talent and rhythm. At age 6, he made the cover of Midweek magazine. At 7, he starred in Honeymoon in Vegas as, you guessed it, Elvis. It looked like a fairy tale start, almost unreal. But that was until everything collapsed. At 12, his parents divorced. The band split. The money vanished. Bruno and his dad were suddenly homeless, living wherever they could, first with relatives, then in an abandoned bird zoo with no electricity, no running water. Just silence, hunger, and hope. We used to perform even when no one paid us, Bruno recalled years later. Because when I sang, I forgot I was poor. Los Angeles, rejection, and rebirth. After graduating high school, Bruno took the biggest leap of faith of his life. No savings, no plan B. Just a plane ticket to Los Angeles. But LA wasn't welcoming. Record labels didn't know how to market a Puerto Rican Filipino artist named Hernandez who didn't sing in Spanish. He was told to change his name, change his genre, be the next Enrique Iglesias. He refused. He became Bruno Mars. Bruno from childhood. Mars because girls said he wasn't from Earth. It was more than a name. It was a declaration. If he didn't fit in the label that was given to him, then he'd create his own. But still, LA chewed him up. His first record deal with Motown went nowhere. He was shelved, forgotten, rejected. Until he found his voice again, not on stage, but behind it. With partners Philip Lawrence and Ari Levine, Bruno co-founded the Smeezingtons. They wrote hits like Flo Rida's Right Round, Kanan's Wavin' Flag, and eventually, the magic that would launch Bruno Mars's own career as a solo star. The rise, the retreat, the reinvention. His big break came in 2009, featured on B.O.B.'s Nothing on You and Travie McCoy's Billionaire. Then, in 2010, he dropped his debut album Doo-Wops and Hooligans. Just the Way You Are and Grenade dominated the charts. Awards poured in, and the world finally took notice. In 2012, Unorthodox Jukebox exploded with funk and rock influence. Locked Out of Heaven, When I Was Your Man. Bruno wasn't just a pop star, he was a genre-bending powerhouse. Then came the turning point, Uptown Funk with Mark Ronson in 2014. A cultural phenomenon, 4 billion views, Grammys, icon status. And then, Bruno just disappeared. No interviews, no live streams, no personal posts. Just tour dates and the occasional stage shot. In an age of overexposure, Bruno Mars chose silence. Why? Because fame is loud, but control is quiet. The empire no one sees. Bruno doesn't flaunt his lifestyle. You won't find his mansion on YouTube. No TikTok tours of vintage cars. No watch collection unboxings. But behind the silence lies an empire. By 2025, his net worth soared to $175 million. Not from flashy endorsements, but from music, stage, and control. He's sold over 130 million records, 26 billion streams, hundreds of sold-out shows. And the key? Independence. His 24K Magic World Tour grossed over $300 million. Not just from tickets, but because he owned the show. From the band to the lights, Bruno ran it all. No third-party deals. No commercial overreach. Offstage, he invested in real estate, Hawaii, Las Vegas, California. Drove vintage gems, wore Versace and Rolex on stage, but always out of view. He didn't buy things to be seen. He built a world and never bragged about it. The $50 million gambling rumor. Then, in 2023, the Whisper campaign began. Bruno Mars owes $50 million to MGM Resorts, blogs claimed. Gambling debt, blackjack addiction, a secret deal to work off the debt at Park MGM. The story was never confirmed, but it exploded. Wild rumors, TikToks, Reddit threads, all speculating about the cleanest pop star in the industry, suddenly owing millions to a casino. But Bruno? He said nothing. No press conference, no denial, no tweets. And then he hit 150 million monthly listeners on Spotify, the first artist in history to do so. Then, to showcase his humorous take on the whole fiasco, he posted a photo with the caption, "I'll be out of debt soon. Keep streaming my music." That's all. One joke, no drama. And the internet lost it. How to kill a rumor with one line. At that moment, Bruno flipped the narrative. He didn't deny it. He didn't confirm it. He just smiled, and the world followed his rhythm. Even MGM Resorts released a formal statement denying the debt rumors. But no one cared. The press didn't shape the truth. Bruno's humor did. This wasn't new. Months earlier, when the rumors first broke, he tweeted, "Keep listening to my music, y'all. I got to pay off these imaginary debts." A joke, yes, but one only someone truly innocent could make. And that's Bruno's power. He doesn't argue. He doesn't react. He just waits and speaks when it matters. Privacy in an age of overexposure. Bruno Mars is the anti-celebrity celebrity. No personal TikTok. No live vlogs. No family montages. His Instagram? mostly show posters and the rare stage shot. His Twitter? Short updates, no replies. He's one of the most recognizable faces in music, yet we know almost nothing about his day-to-day life. Even his decade-long relationship with model Jessica Cabin remained under the radar. No red carpet dramas, no flashy wedding. When she quietly deleted their photos in 2024, fans speculated a breakup. Neither Bruno nor Jessica responded. Because for Bruno, privacy is power. In a world addicted to oversharing, he's mastered the art of mystery. A legend who says less means more. At 39, Bruno Mars isn't just a pop star. He's a global phenomenon. 150 million listeners. Grammy-winning albums. A showman who vanishes between tours. A multimillionaire with no mansion flexes. His secret? Timing, silence, and control. The gambling rumor could have swallowed a lesser artist. Instead, he turned it into a laugh. Because when you rarely speak, every word becomes unforgettable. He didn't cry on live streams, didn't threaten lawsuits. He posted one sentence and made history feel like comedy. In the end, Bruno Mars remains an enigma. A star who doesn't need to go viral to be iconic. A man who hides in plain sight until the stage lights flick on. And when he speaks, the whole world listens. Maybe he's a musical genius. Maybe he's a master strategist. Maybe he's just someone who knows that when everything is noise, silence is the most powerful sound. If you found the secrets behind Bruno Mars's spotlight truly captivating, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more deep dives like this, and comment below. Do you think Bruno was ever really in debt, or did he just troll the world perfectly? See you in the next video.